I know you're watching this series closely. What you got on the best player in the world, the defending world champions, the series? What you got? Go.
First of all, I love this cat. I love this dude, Mike. He's my favorite player in the NBA. He is, I'm glad you said it, he is the best player in the world because out of all the top players, top 5, top 8, he's the only one who is still consistently a force on offense and defense. I mean, shut him down kind of force and take over a game on offense. Yesterday, didn't have it. I mean, the Celtics were all over him, forcing him into a 9 for 25 shooting night. And he didn't come, as he just mentioned, to come into the game. He doesn't have Chris Middleton, second best player on the Bucks. And what I like about Giannis is he always finds a way. He just finds a way. Whatever the game situation presents to him, he'll find it. You shut him down you shut down the shooting, he'll get the passing going. If you shut down the passing and the shooting, he'll rebound. He'll play defense. He'll block shots. He'll make smart plays. He's got the right kind of attitude. I love this player. As I said to you before, he's just a winner. And championships, this is what the Celtics need to figure out before tomorrow night when they play Game 2. They need to figure out how they're going to approach, how they're going to think about the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't know if they took them lightly. I don't know that. But
I doubt that.
If there's any hint of, well, they're a different kind of team without Middleton, stop that. No, they're not. No, they're not. I mean, Middleton will make them better, but you don't win a championship just by following the script all the time and having everybody 100% healthy and things going as planned. When you're a champion, championships change everything. They change everything.
Well, they won a championship with Giannis being hurt
last
year. I seriously doubt that the Celtics themselves looked at the Bucks and said, "Oh, we got them," because they don't have their second best player, arguably. And I say arguably out of respect to Drew Holiday. I don't know either for sure, but I think I used this phrase earlier: dereliction of duty. It'd be a dereliction of their professional duty as professional basketball players who have been in the same situation. It's not like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, or Marcus Smart, or Al Horford haven't been on the other side of that where they've been wounded and responded. So they aren't a bunch. If you told me that the Timberwolves took somebody lightly, I'd be like, okay, maybe. This isn't a young Celtics team that would look at the Milwaukee Bucks and think that they're wounded and therefore deficient with the best player in the world. That talking point of, oh, the Bucks are not as good without Chris Middleton, which they're not, but not formidable without Chris Middleton, is a media or fan or Twitter talking point that, as you pointed out, was quickly shut down yesterday by the rest of that supporting cast that won a world championship last year. This is why I pumped the brakes on Jason Tatum last week. I love Jason Tatum. I love him at both ends, okay? But the anointing of him as a top 5 player after a dominant series against the Brooklyn Nets was premature, as I said, because the script may flip immediately against the defending world champions and the best player in the world. And both Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, one adjustment. Here's a coaching adjustment. Here's some X's and O's for you. They got to find a way to put the ball in the basket. How's that for next level analysis right there? Okay, both of their stars got to show up and affect the game somehow, some way, even if their shot isn't falling. They also would be better off not shooting. They also would be better off not shooting 50 three-pointers. 50 three-pointers is a lot if you're only making, 18 of them? And you're playing right into the Bucks defense's hands. A Bucks defense, by the way, that going back to the Bulls series, and I wouldn't say the Bulls are as good as the Celtics. No, by no means.
No.
But that's now 3 times in these playoffs that the Bucks have allowed 90 points or fewer. Since Brook Lopez has gotten back, their defense has been incredible. League leading-ish defense. So, again, I think the Celtics will be better than what we saw in Game 1. But, sorry for the cliche, it's the world champs until further notice. And it's going to take more than an upstart team that knocked off a team that many of us overrated in Brooklyn.
Right.
To dethrone them. Especially if they get Middleton back this series.
It may be outside of the NBA, it may be going the other way. So, first round, the Nets were overrated. second round, coming into this game, the Bucks were underrated without Middleton. I mean, it's a big loss.
Yeah.
I mean, Middleton and
or underrated because they beat the Bulls. Because they beat the Bulls, and it's kind of like that wasn't the series that people were fixated on as much.
I don't think it's the Bulls, though. I think it's the injury.
Well, no. Well, that's part of it. No, and/or. But I'm saying I agree with you that it's the injury that people may have looked at the Bucks and thought they were in trouble without him, and they may still be. It's one game, but I'm saying I'm adding to that. Also, when you look at the first round, I don't know that a lot of people paid much attention, because just knowing that it was more or less a foregone conclusion that the world champs will beat the Bulls, whereas all our attention was on Nets Celtics, and a lot of people got infatuated with how good the Celtics are. Wouldn't you say that's a part of it too?
Yeah, I mean the Celtics looked they looked really good, but I think when we go back and look at it, they looked really good against the Nets. They didn't look like themselves, their true identity against the Nets. So the Celtics probably showed another dimension against the Nets.
Okay.
But who they are is who Milwaukee was yesterday. That's really what their identity is, just shutting teams down. And as you said, 90 points or fewer. Like that's kind of their thing. They're the number one defense in the league. And so that's what they hang their hat on. Against the Nets shot over 50% from the field.
Yeah, they got
in
key
that playoff
stops.
series.
They got key stops, but right.
They shot 40% from three-point range. They shot 40% from three in the series, and they lost and it got swept.
Yeah.
So,
which we know was a closer
Milwaukee,
series than the sweep. Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think Milwaukee showed Boston. Okay, this is who you have to be. This is who we have to be to win. But if you're gonna beat us, you're gonna have to do something like this. I still think it's a long series. I think it's a 7-game series, and who knows? In a 7-game series, anybody can win it when teams are even.
Bucks and 6.
And maybe the teams aren't even even. Maybe Milwaukee's
We've heard that before. That's what I'm thinking. We've heard that before. Bucks and 6, right? And that's their rallying cry. Bucks and 6. I don't know that the Celtics have an adjustment for a different beast. It's just a different beast. It's a different animal. Giannis is a different dude. He's a different breed. And I mean, we talked about this before. He got better, not just through the playoffs last year, but through the finals. He probably won't win MVP, but he's the best player in the world for a reason, and he showed it in this game. And they are the defending champion for a reason. Another part of it is I think some people, I know not present company, given what you got in your closet somewhere, I'm sure you'll break it out at some point.
Yeah.
Did some people not properly respect them as defending champs? Were they almost like, at times, the default favorite in the East? Oh, well, it's the Bucks until further notice, or it's the Bucks, because they're taking the regular season off. But like, for the most part, it was like, oh, look out for the Nets, or the Celtics have been the best team in 2022, or the Sixers have this dynamic duo and maybe the MVP and Embiid and blah, 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 blah. When it's like, nah, it's the Bucks. Again, I know I'm preaching to the choir on that. But.
Yeah. I'll say this real quick. I love what happens in the playoffs, especially in the NBA Finals. We're a little early for this, but this happens in the finals a lot. When you get down zip 2, you find out what the zero team has. Okay, the team with no wins.
Yeah.
Something usually emerges from that. Last year, that happened with Giannis. They were down zip 2 to Phoenix, and then we saw Giannis just kind of explode. And back in the day, same thing happened with Dwayne Wade. They were down zip 2 to Dallas. Then Dwayne Wade went nuts. These 40-point games in the finals and getting to the line. So maybe the Celtics have something to match this force. I don't know.
So in other words, we'll see when it really gets going. How does Dubs Bucks sound as a finals? It has a nice ring to it, and they got rings.
Not
to
really.
It.
Because the Dubs would have to get.
I know.
They'd have to get around.
I know.
They'd have to beat they'd have to beat the Pelicans. They'd have to beat the Pelicans to get to the finals. Oh.
The future is bright in New Orleans.
Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.